Our favorite Subaru Impreza from the previous Gran Turismo games have finally now arriving in Gran Turismo Sport. So this is very good to get ready for having this classic JDM Japanese model for today's on for the custom race. So looks like Impreza 22B-STi version, year model 1998. So this is very perfect to have a single color to be available to buy with for it. So looks like this will be able to have that Sonic Blue micro color to be able to get ready to go, and this will be quite very good. So looks like I'll be able to have 3 rounds for this race because this will be able to have 4 laps for it. Now looks like I'll be able to get ready to race on Tokyo Expressway Central Inner Loop, and this will be able to race on over in maybe the evening time condition will be able to get better for it. Yep, looks like it's been far too long for our favorite Subaru Impreza for having this fully premium detail model for the very first time. So, looks like I'll be able to get ready to have 4 laps for now, because this is going to be very excited to have a pretty good blue Impreza to get ready up for it. So, looks like the N class is the N300 category for this Subaru. So looks like I'll be able to get ready to go for it, because let's give our old friend to get ready to race for it, because this is going to be quite good for having one of the most popular JDM cars in the 1990s, because this is going to be quite very good to race it in for it. Perfect blue for me, and this is going to be a good opportunity to get ready to get started for it. So, looks like this is going to be quite good to race up with the standard Tier 1 supercars for it, folks. Now, this is going to be quite good to go in for it. Now, looks like I might be able to change the driver options on the traction control, so it'll be making much better for it. Now, here we go, and let's begin. Hope our good friend Impreza is going to have to get ready to race it in for it. Then, looks like I might be able to start out on the last place, right next to F-150 Raptor. Wow, pretty common for having a grid start for it. Now, take a look at this good interior view for it. It's been quite far so long since Gran Turismo 2 was definitely appeared for it. Now, this is going to be good for seeing this interior view to see it in for it. I think the speed monitor is definitely wide for it. So definitely it used to be as a standard car, but definitely it is going to be one of our favorite rides for it. A good thing that fully detailed means giving a good choice for having a rare chance to get everything going in for seeing this one for it. Probably a good thing for the steering wheel that we also see. Now, looks like this is going to be good to see it in, and once inside of the tunnel, it also changes the speed monitor into a green type for it. That was very cool. Now maybe I might be able to look around and see. Okay, so it looks like everything is on the blue side interior for it. That's very good. Now looks like it's time to go and pass on to the R32 Skyline before I might be able to make an open space on the Alpine A110 Premier Edition and the RX 500. Pretty clever for getting a little good start for it. Now, let's go and make an overtake on the Audi R8 before I might be getting a little bit closer to make the pass on the RX 500. There you go. Get a little double overtake for a little bit much impressive-tastic. Now, looks like definitely going in for the second lap, middle part of it. Okay. There you go. Now, looks like this will have to get a little inside pass on the red Mustang. Then there's the SFR Racing Concept. Just going to go and take the right lane to go pass through. Pretty good for an all-wheel drive for it, but this will be able to have the torque distribution to keep it well balanced steady for it. So this might be very features in for it that might be quite useful as the main tool for the Impreza. Now, let's just gonna get a little climbed up and make a path on the V8 Vantage. So you might be able to see on the rear whenever you're looking on the opponent coming in towards you. Well, good thing this is going to be a good premium car for the Subaru Impreza. I kind of think that the other Impreza models with the 4-door sedan and wagon versions of it, I kind of think that they became one of the classic popular favorites for every other Gran Turismo players who really like Subaru a lot. I kind of think that old school JDM cars from the 1990s is going to be quite very popular, good hit for it. But also it's definitely seen on the debut in the live stream from Gran Turismo TV. Well, this is going to be quite seen in here to be racing to Supra circuit. So looks like I might be able to keep using this one right after this, after I'm going to make a clean race on Tokyo. Okay, so looks like the license plate style is definitely got everything needs in for it. 22B-STi version. Very good, perfect for it. And the headlights is definitely classic yellow for it. Good thing, that's very good. Now, this is very suitable for having that Impreza be able to use as a rally car variant as a livery. That will be very excited to have Subaru fans who really wanted to keep using the Impreza to be able to get ready to hit the dirt, to have the challenging against with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4. Well, unfortunately, the Evolution 5 is definitely one of the main rivals with the 22B-STi version since Gran Turismo 2. Now, take a look at the most used for having the torque distribution. 45-55. Definitely quite getting a little bit steeper balance for it, but not even close for making a 50-50 balance torque to get everything adjusted. Now, I'm just using with a 40-60 balance on the front and rear, so this will have to make it a little bit, just for giving a little bit better to see this might be quite giving a fast efficient. Like this for example, because after I'm passing the Porsche 911 GT3 model 996, so looks like it's going to be on the final lap. This is going to be very good to get a little bit much better grip to get pretty much handle for it. And also this one can also drift. That will be quite very good to have that Impreza to get a little bit better drifting advantage. Now, looks like time to get a little bit closer in. Okay, so this will have to get a little bit of cinematic rotational camera view to be able to see it in for it. Well, kind of thing, only on the straight while might be able to be focusing in. Oh man, looks like the KTM Expo R has finally come to meet its new challenger. Perfect. The Impreza really looking for a challenge for it. Because let's get it on and let's race it until the finish line comes. Checker flag for the Impreza 22B, and this is going to be quite going in for it. Okay, so this will be able to put it back in to be able to mark as the FR torque system for it. One short stretch and Impreza comes for the win. Well, kind of thing I like that car. Very perfect all-wheel drive to be fit for having that N300 class category for it. Pretty nifty for good for an all-wheel drive to have the race against the Expo R. Well, maybe this will be able to have a little bit much better improved challenging for it. That will have to get much stronger for it. So, looks like small earnings might be quite getting good by its standard win. And then, Daily workout time might be get started on 3 rounds for it, folks. Now, looks like this will be able to get ready up onto the next course. So, I really guess time to get ready to race on to Supra circuit. And this time, noontime condition is definitely quite perfect since the Nations Cup. Now, looks like this is very clever choice to see it import. I kind of think that most Subaru Impreza models was definitely kind of the most biggest favorite of all time. Well, I kind of think what is my favorite Subaru Impreza? I know, it's the 2010 model. That was quite very good to have that good vehicle to be used as a touring car race mod. Well, I kind of think it's from the GT5 Spec 2.0 DLC pack, of course. Now, looks like let's get ready to race on the Supra circuit, and looks like a few other JDM cars are definitely excited to join in. Looks like the Nissan Skyline GTR crews are here. This is going to be quite good to go in to have the other European and American cars to be able to go in for it. Now, let's just win this race for the JDM Cars of Japan. I kind of think this is going to be quite good, so I might be able to stick on to the interior views to see it in for it. That would be quite good. Okay, so make a pass on the Mercedes, and then before I'm about to make a little tempting pass on the Audi R8. Okay, stay steady, and maybe this will be able to get a little bit better to have the handling for an all-wheel drive torque distribution to be able to use it as the main assist. Perfect. Now looks like on the high row, 11th place will be going in to make a little clear pass on the Lamborghini Countach. Our big friend, the F-150 Raptor first gen model, is going to be quite getting a little bit bigger to be excited for it. The big truck has been overtaken by a JDM sports car. Very clever for F-150 who really wants to challenge the Subaru Impreza for a rally race. But this will also to have the big guy challenging the classic one for it. That will be quite welcome racing match for it, because this will have to get everything ready up for having a rally race for it. And look over here, and it looks like the Ferrari GTO is fairly excited for having a race for it. I think our GTO Italian sports car will be coming back in on the track again. Boy, looks like Ferraris are definitely having a special mark on the list. Okay, looks like Session 1, 45-55 torque balance will be able to get a little bit better count for it. This will have to make it an even balance to see how this Impreza goes. Better have to pick up the pace. This Impreza really wants to have to race hard, so this will have to get a better chance to win in for this race. Blue versus yellow, Aston Martin versus Subaru, fancy versus classic JDM car. All mixed together for a side rivalry race event we'll be getting in for it. Looks like the blue Subaru Impreza goes a little bit race stronger, and the Aston Martin could get a little bit of better yellow chance to do like a queen bee for it. Now, looks like almost there to reach up to the last and final lap. Time to take on the BMW M4 Coupe, you guys. Let's see how this Subaru Impreza to go race hard to win. And this will have to get a better chance to have the drivetrain challenge for it. FR versus all-wheel drive. Let's do it. perfect chance for having the Impreza to go a little bit much full speed distance to get a little bit chance to overtake for it. Now that was a quite exciting pass to be in the lead. Okay, looks like I might be able to check on the rear mirror view. Porsche 911 GT3 model 996 is definitely quite coming in to make a little overtake pass on the Impreza. Now, looks like this is gonna get a little bit shorter to reach the checker flag, and Impreza always comes back for a big return. Now this will be able to get a little bit better for it. Now, looks like the classic JDM cars are having a pretty good progress to have a little chance to climb on top to the top 3 for it. Because this will be able to have the JDM cars will be going in for it. So, looks like standard earnings might be quite good to be achievable for it. And this will have to get pretty better to see it in for it. Now, let's just check on to the race results for it. R33 on the 18th place, R34 on 16th, and definitely R32 Skyline has definitely comes in 10th place. Pretty good for the R32 to race hard, and this will have to get a little bit better advantage for it. All-wheel drive sports car gets a little bit perfect chance for the classic Japanese sports car for it. Now, looks like it's time to get going on for the next course, so let's just give the Impreza a spin to race on Kyoto Driving Park Yamaguita. This will be very good to have our good old friend to race on the new course. This will be able to have a pretty good set of the new challenges with new corners for it, because this will be able to get pretty much chance for all-wheel drive Subaru car models for it. But except the WRC, that was definitely an FR car, so that might be very good for any tracks to be able to go with. Alright, Subaru Impreza 22B-STi meets Kyoto Driving Park Yamaguita. Let's go and let's do it. This will be perfectly start for having 4 laps. Now, classic JDM cars are really gonna have to make a little chance to go race hard to go in for it. Now, good thing that the Mazda RX-7 is definitely coming in to join us for a race. Let's just give a little bit chance for the team JDM to go a little bit race hard to reach on top of it. That will be quite good, having a good old classic race back in Gran Turismo 1, folks. Now, this is going to be very different. New cars and classic Japanese cars will be getting a little bit much challenging here for the Impreza for it. Now, let's just get a little bit very careful and keep it nice and steady, and better make sure that the F-150 Raptor really wants to stay in for the race. I kind of like that pickup truck with a good body style in the 2010 model. Okay, here we go. First chicane's on the clock. This is gonna have to get a little bit slided in on the first part. Second one comes in for it. Okay, 512 is definitely going in to make a little pass on the C8 Vantage. Now this will get a little bit closer upwards. Okay, SFR Racing Concept thinks that the Impreza really wants to go for a little side rivalry for it. Really wants to have a challenge to beat the BMW M4. Well, let's just give the classic Impreza to go a little race hard to beat the concept Toyota SFR Racing model to get a little bit better chance to take it in for it. Now, maybe it might be able to check around for it. So it has that good, it has that softened seat with the blue mark on it. I kind of think that is very perfectly good for it. Now, this will have to get pretty much handling turns while I'm watching on the steering wheel to be able to turn around for it when driving around on track. This will be giving a good mark on the apex that will be able to get a little bit chance to it. Okay, let's go and take a little bit slide drift to go in for a little power slide. Looks like our good rival 911 GT3 996 model is definitely quite getting a little catch up to the JDM Expo R and the BMW M4. Now, perfect chance to have the chicane to go in for it, but this will have to make a better watch out for some obstacles with the cone marks in it. That will give it much more time. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be good for having a halfway lap mark for it. This will get a little bit closer in for it because the race is not yet over. 2 laps remaining because this will get a little bit extended time for a little distance workout for it. Well, I kind of think that if the Honda NSX hot car would be able to come in for the race for it, that would be very perfect to beat against the Expo R and the BMW M4, while I keep using the Impreza will be very giving the good chance for it. That will be quite getting a little bit old school Japanese racing style for it. First place in the lead. Impreza takes the mark. Now, looks like the Expo R really wants to be in first place, so this will give it a little bit challenge for it. The Austrian sports bike versus our classic good old Gran have this for a little challenge to battle for first place. I hope this will be better to have the power slide turn will be able to do it like drifting for it. Okay, so let's just get a little bit of maintained pace to go in. Follow through on that first chicane. This will get up or not the pace. Because the race is about to be very over yet, folks, because this will also have to take 1 lap for the final lap, and this will be very good for the Impreza to get a little bit race stronger, and this will give a much pretty advantage to race hard against some several FR, MR, and FF cars to be able to get a little bit better to give this a better turn to go in for it. So maybe TCS will be able to go up, and this will be able to have this extremely awesome joyride for having a race for it. Now, looks like it's time to get ready to go. Final lap is on its way. Let's see how I can probably have to take a little bit better chance without a driving line for it. The Impreza is going to have to take pretty much good to keep the lead away from the Expo R, because this will be very good for having a race for it. Because MR versus all-wheel drive is very challenging, because this will be able to think hard and think smart when racing on the course. That will be getting a little bit extremely challenging for it. perfect save on the apex. Now this is going to be quite going a little bit nearly there, because we're on the halfway there on the track. Okay, looks like almost there. Just only got a few more turns left. Expo R is getting a little bit more chance to be running out of racing ideas. The Impreza knows all the way to get a little bit better chance to get pretty geared up for it. 5-speed transmission or 6-speed transmission will be getting a little determined choice to go in for it. Now, I might be able to have a better good choice of it. Well, I kind of think this is going to be the best one for it. Good thing that one of the finest classic JDM cars has finally become fully premiumized for the first time, along with the Toyota Supra and the Honda NSX Type R. Now this is going to be very good to have one of the classic vehicles from one of the Gran Turismo series. Is going to be quite very race in for it, but have all kinds of good interior views that we never saw this before. But maybe in real life, it has all kinds of interior views that most people wants to see on the inside for it. Now, looks like clean race bonus is right on the clock, because 50% bonus is going to be good for the Impreza to go in for it. Now, looks like let's just take the earnings in, and looks like daily workout complete. Now, looks like the JDM cars is definitely quite going well for it. The RX-7 is going to be quite going catch up closer to beat the Ferrari GTO. So this will be able to get a little bit better next time for it. Classic JDM cars might be able to have a better tire change for it. So, looks like the 3 race has finally finished. So let's see which vehicle should I get from the daily workout complete. I hope this is going to be quite good, and looks like the Jaguar E-Type is definitely marked on the list. Maybe not. Nissan GTR is definitely received. Probably it might be better hard next time to get the historic race car. That will be quite very good. Alright, time for a little reward challenge on the mileage exchange. So, looks like this will be getting possibly the usual way for it. I kind of think that pink colors are always becoming the most best favorite part. So, looks like P8 and P9 mate is definitely quite giving a good match for it to buy. So this will be very good to see. So, looks like Subaru Impreza 22B, one of the most generation models in Subaru Impreza history, because this is very good to have the 2-door sports car for it. So maybe like the Type R version of the Impreza, that is definitely also seen appears for it. Now, maybe let's just check on the kart settings for it. Now, looks like the standard horsepower starts out at 289 HP. That was pretty good. Max torque is 280.9, and the weight is 2,800. That was very excitement to see it in for it. So, looks like the transmission gear is definitely has the 5-speed. But this is going to be quite good for the Impreza to get everything pretty up and set for it. Now, looks like this is going to be quite awesome to have the transmission gear to go 5-speed for it. Well, 5-speed for the Impreza, that was quite very okay to go in for it. So this is going to be quite perfect to be able to race it on dirt. That would be quite excellent to have a challenge for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4. So, maybe in the next trying out vehicles for the update, So maybe I might be able to go and try out the Maserati Gran Turismo S. This is going to be quite good to have the Italian sports car to go in for it. That will be number 2 that we also saw on the live stream event. Well folks, glad that you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you really loved that Subaru Impreza. That was one of the most popular JDM Japanese sports cars of all time, because this is going to be marked on the to-do checklist for it. So this interior view is very perfect for it. So before at the end of this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and also the links on the description below if you want to see more, if you're interested enough. Well, I'll see you guys next time to continuing on to try out some of the cool rides on the November update on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.